Soul Forward Living. Join your host, Jess Juntinen, quantum healer, intuitive, and midwife to the awakening spirit, as we dive into quantum tools, wisdom teachings, and integrated healing pathways for transformation. You can live a life of freedom to be without limitation. Cozy up, grab your tea, and enjoy this hour of expansion, wisdom, and love. Namaste and welcome, beautiful community. Sending you much love, many blessings. It's an incredible, beautiful day to be here together at Soul Fusion Cafe. And hey, I'm Jess Gentinen. This is the Soul Fusion Cafe, Radiant Wellness, Soul Forward Living moment to connect every week, Tuesdays, noon Eastern time or lunchtime here, and really truly holding in this moment the blessing of being here together, the blessing of having this space to share and honoring you. I think if I really feel into what's emerging in this moment and what's really important to share this hour, it is that you know, like we have made it further than we have ever made it before. You are here, and that is such a miracle. And you are doing such an amazing job. I feel like this is like the power hour of Power Us Up. Today's a little shorter show. We have about 40 minutes or so here together. And, I love that it's organic and it's in flow. And as I was arriving here today, the reason why I didn't start right at noon was there was some really big downloads that were coming through and things that just really had to be tended to. And in that download moment, it's really becoming clear to me uh just how much we are at a threshold moment that is asking a lot from us, and that can just feel so serious, and it can feel almost heavy sometimes. And if you're a healer or you identify as a light worker or however you identify, we try to be non-labels in the yoga of self-ascension. Everything that I share and comes through for me is connected to the yoga of self-ascension. It's a non-dogmatic pathway for the journey home and to opening our heart. All right. So, in this moment, we are really being asked to step forward, but there is joy to be found. And we're at that moment of we must be in the joy. Yes, it's a big mission. If you have any sense of being tapped into your mission here, or you probably wouldn't be listening if you didn't have a sense that you have something big to do here, or you have a job to do here. And so many beings, like I said, we don't like to have labels, but our brains like it, right? So you're here as a light worker, healer. Everyone's a healer, newsflash, right? But you're here. You're here because in your heart that you have something to share, that that there's something bigger or more for humanity right now, that there's something beyond, the veil that is pulling you, that's guiding you. Well, that's the moment. Like that really is the moment that we are standing at right now. And it's definitely can feel so big, right? Because it is big. But if we let ourselves just feel like we're shouldering the burdens of the world, we are never going to get anywhere, that way. We really aren't. We are going to find ourselves struggling. We're going to find ourselves, in the heaviness, the weight of feeling like we have to do it all on our own. That's not how it's meant to be. That's why, I share with everyone in this time frame and you come in live. And I know many of you are chatting at Facebook and Oneness Talk Radio. And that's why Oneness Talk Radio is here. And please check out Shri and Kira's work. They are the ones that brought in the yoga of self-ascension and have so much to share. Their show is here every Sunday on Oneness Talk Radio. You can check them out at YouTube. Please, official Shri and Kira. Please subscribe to Oneness if you haven't yet. Please subscribe to Shri and Kira official YouTube as well, because they're the pioneers, and they're providing the updates, the context, the information that is so spot on and so in real time, and model that authenticity, modeling, the yoga of self-ascension. And it is a very big moment. Like, that's why we feel this intensity around it, that we must act and do. And yes, but be mindful that action can come through in so many ways. Being is an action, right? But it's like taking an active presence when you're being. It's not checking out. It's not that time to say, maybe later everything will come together, because this isn't like the maybe later moment, without like freaking anyone out, but it's like, this is the moment. You might not get a do-over later. So it's like taking actions, but being in joy. And earlier today, it was like I had a moment of, for me, I can get very head down. I'm talking to myself as much as anyone else, right? It's like I can get head down, very focused and very intense. Um, and it's always been my nature, or like my personality, right? It's like a habit for sure, but that can change, right? But I noticed it was like I had some flowers I picked up the other day while I was at the store, because I said, well, I haven't even put out flowers yet this year. I've been traveling or busy or full. And I was like, I'm getting some flowers. And then I put them on my deck and they sat there, I think 2 days, and today I'm like, oh my gosh, they like these flowers are root bound, like they need to come out. And I'm like, and if you're a person that works from home, like I do work from home part of my time, and it can be very interesting to navigate that balance, right? Um, but I was like, coming, I had to go to the post office, and I was like, look at those flowers. They have got to go into containers. And I'm like, that really won't take very long. I actually have a compost pile with the soil ready to go. I just have to hop over my garage. I know where the pot plants are, pots for the plants are. And I put everything in there and dug the dirt and did it. And it was a pretty short task. A lot of times our brain is like, I don't have time for that. But it really was a pretty short task. But I got my hands in the dirt, right? And I was able to get the flowers in there and water them and feel the blessing of the water and connect. And it really did not take that long. And it's like, this is a reminder for me and everyone. It's like, how long does it take to step outside of what you're doing for a moment? If you work from home, or you're in an office, or you're, don't have a job like that, but you're, trying to figure out what you're doing. It's like, take those moments to really connect and be, and they don't have to be long. Like, yes, we do want some uninterrupted tracks of time for what you need to connect to you. However, it's like, don't override the fact that you can just connect in seconds or a few moments, or the 5-minute dance party. That's Kira Ra's like favorite, right? Is like, put on one song that you love and dance and sing and be, right? Because it's so often that we just don't take that time, that we don't take that moment to truly uh, connect with something that just brings us absolute joy. Even if our work brings us joy, we have to step away because we get so enmeshed, So it's like, so much is happening now. And it's like, yes, taking action, and that's action too. And self care is action, and making sure. And it might look different than we think it needs to be. And having mercy. It's like our entire body and being is up leveling. Every full moon of this year, it's been like the gong, up level, gong, up level. It's a lot. It is a lot. And you are navigating and your body's restructuring and your cells are downloading. You're doing so much. It's like, when a baby's in utero and being created from, one emergent cell, we are rewriting all of all of our DNA. Everything is up leveling. Our bodies do need our love and support. And that includes our emotional body. And more than ever, our emotional body is going to want to run all over us. And this is a big one for me. I would say I'm a sensitive human. I was a sensitive child. Uh, what I went through as a child definitely increased that sensitivity for better and worse, because like many of you probably grew up in kind of crazy circumstances. It's the 80s, it's the 90s. I mean, parenting was different then anyways, and bless our parents. But also just going through and having a whole lot of codependent, just craziness, bananas. I've talked about that before in other shows. But I adapted all these ways of trying to modulate other people's emotions, holding all mine back until I was older, and then they like all came out and were so strong. I just didn't even know what to do because I wasn't safe to express them. Then I was on my own, and that was my 20s were insane. 30s kind of getting there, right? Everybody 40s is awesome. Um, but still, like, I notice it's like I need to really tend my emotional body, like, and lift into that multidimensional presence and love it and hold it more often, and be in that witnessing energy, or it wants to run away, and in the past, like, that part of myself could have controlled days or longer weeks, probably controlled years of my life, right? I was just reactive. And, now, like, it's like practice, right? But there's times where it comes up really strongly, and it does interfere. And it's like, yes, it needs to be tended, but it doesn't need to be taking over that way. It needs to feel safe, and really recognizing that it just needs that safety, but it can just take a few moments to tend to it before it does leap up or go out there. Or when there is a huge trigger that wants to invite that emotional body and brain, they connect, they work together, right, into that victim triangle. It's like really witnessing when it happens and saying, oh, cool, that's amazing, rather than being hard on ourselves. So we're all going through it. We are all experiencing it at this time. And it really is not easy. It really is not easy, guys. You know, beautiful. I love all the beautiful sharings. Thank you. And it really is just that reminder, like, love yourself more. Be with yourself more. And we are heading into the most powerful next several days. We do have an incredible new moon in 2 days. We're already in the energy of this. We're already in the uh, flow of this new moon. We're already feeling the pull of this new moon, and it's it really is not a moment that I don't know what to say, but we can't take it lightly. We cannot take it lightly at this time. It is so massive, so big, and it's something that we're being invited to really, truly be with. And if you were there on the full moon, if you were there for the event that we hosted with Shri and Kira and everybody that was there, I'm trying to share screen, and boy, fascinating. Yeah, that's so wild. Even though I have this pulled up, it's not allowing me to share. Well, technology these days, if you're noticing that, that is definitely the case as well. Yeah, it is. Even though I have done this before, it's not having it, even though I have the window open. So, well, I was going to show you the graphic for the global meditation July 28th that is very much a moment that, we really do. We really need to get as many people as we can to this event. It's Thursday evening, it's 8 p.m. Eastern, and it is recorded as well. So, like, if you can't be there live, that's okay. And it is essentially free. As little as $1, you can register to be there on Thursday, July 28th. And whatever your heart feels called to donate is appreciated, because this money is going completely 100% to our nonprofit at the Temple of Self-Ascension and supports projects like we just got the computer for Darwin and the people in the Amazon and protecting the Amazon, for the Pyramid of Peace project that is going to help our planet in every way. It is, so your presence matters on many levels. Your donations make a huge difference. And we do really want people to be registered for this event, because your energy as a registrant says, I'm here, like I'm showing up for this, because it is a co-creative effort. We are going to receive teachings and wisdom from Master Lady Kira Ra and wisdom teacher Sri Ram Ka during that time, but it really is together that we create the meditation, which really will be whatever it's going to be, a journey. July 13th, you will get that recording. If you did not already sign up for July 13th, you will get the recording for this. Sorry, messages coming in. Things are happening, things are cooking. So really July 13 was this kickoff, and you will get that recording if you didn't register already. If you register for July 13th, don't worry, you're good for July 28th. So really in this moment, it is this call, to you, like, you deserve to live in your most abundant freedom. You deserve to be who you really are. You deserve to have everything that you have visioned is possible or true. That calling you have for humanity, you deserve to live that, to provide that, to bring that to the world. You deserve. And your children and your children's children, or the children of this world, and the plants and the animals deserve a planet to live on that's clean, that's here, that's vital. It's no accidents at all that we're here right now. You chose to be here now. And we made it, like I opened up with, we made it further than we have ever gone before, ever. And that is absolutely astounding, like, take heart, like we are doing it. And we have to keep going. We can't stop. We can't stop. Like, we have to keep on
Keep going. We can't
forging
stop.
the the path. We have to keep on growing with each other. We have to keep saying yes and linking arms. It's not the moment to stop. It's that moment that, man, I don't want to use battlefield analogies, but this is the battle for our planet, for consciousness right now. There are plenty of energies that would love to see it self destruct. And we don't have to go that way, but it does require enough of us. Not everybody's going to wake up right now, but enough of us who are awake to come together. So that's why this July 28th date, it is the new illuminated moon. It is the moment of the portal, and it's going to carry us into August, the choice of August. I mean, we're like based on the experience we're having now, is going to map out August and September. Uh, and because of enough of us saying yes, we can really shift things. It takes a small number of people. It's the square root of 1% of any given population to effectively change the vibration. And when we come together, like if we could create the miracle of having 1,000 of us there on Thursday night, should be zero, no problem that we have 1,000 beings there. Share it, get it out to other people. Go to our Facebook, shrinkira.com. Find me on Facebook. Go to just shrinkira.com and look at the event. Share it. Sign up for the newsletter so you get the graphics and e-card and you can forward it, and just say, hey, like reaching out to people and just saying, hey, this is a really important moment. Those beings that are out there doing the work, it's like, this is an important moment for humanity. It would be amazing to have you be there, because it's also supporting us as individuals as we uplift humanity. I mean, we are doing something. We are pioneers that are doing something, and what comes through in these journeys is outside of Shri and Kira. This is coming in from our co-creative power, and it's coming together through messages that are being delivered through them from the universe, directly from the divine directors, the archangelic realms, the masters. Whoever comes through is bringing through what we need right now through us and through the gift of them holding that presence. And they need us too. There are no beings like Shri and Kira on the planet. There really aren't. There might be like two people that can do what Kira does. A lot of people channel. We all are channels, but really they're bringing through, and it's hard to like tell people that don't really understand it, and that's okay. But I mean, they are bringing through the pure, unaffected, unfiltered messages that humanity needs right now, and a frequency and an energy that you receive by being there. So live's ideal. However, if you just can't make it live, make sure you're registered, because it matters. Your presence will be there live, and then you get the recording the next day so you can connect and bring yourself back there, because the new moon and Jupiter retrograde, it's a gigantic moment for humanity. I mean, it's not an understatement. This alignment and this energy, there's a reason why we picked these dates, or these dates were picked for us to connect with. There's a reason. And August is it's coming in with a big energy. It is the master's journey. And the one you are is prepared for and ready to live in August. And it begins right here and right now. The Jupiter retrograde apparition, an illuminated new moon that really is right in between the gong of the full moon that we were on the 13th, that swings around to the full moon on August 11th. We are right in the middle of that. And we are in the sea of neutrality, and we are in the lotus rising moment. Today, we really are. We're about to enter the center of the sea of neutrality. We're at the edge. Tomorrow we enter it fully. We're in the middle of that beautiful lotus energy that's lifting, and the butterfly you are that's ready to soar free. And it's now, it's now, it's now. You are out of the cocoon, whether or not you felt ready. Just like the baby that's like, I don't know if I should have came out of that womb, because this is crazy out here. I got to adapt. I got to adjust. What is this? But you get to fly free. You get to fly free, but it is always a choice. It is always a choice. And there's such habits and such strong energies that seek to pull us back. And it comes from our ego. Like most of everything that just tries to hold us back is coming in through our ego. And that is where these energies that don't want us to ascend, energies that would like us to just stay the way things are. There's plenty of energy invested in keeping things as it is. That's what the energy of this planet like wants to do. It's velcro, and it will keep grabbing at you and sticking at you. So it's important, like the things that support your uplift: water, Get outside, plant those flowers. What brings you some joy? Take a few moments. Even though I know there are times where we're just intensely focused, it's like shift your focus a moment to something else that just brings you just only the essence of joy, and then bring that joy into what you're creating and watch it happen really fast. Watch things lift up, watch things shift, watch things come into place. It is absolutely incredible. The co-creative energy and the miracle manifestation energy right now is so supportive, but we do have to tap into it, and that's the yoga of self-ascension, and the gift is to lift into our heart so we can connect directly up. If we're not in our heart and we're stuck in our lower chakras, we can't have that lift. We're going to keep repeating the issues of safety and not feeling safe, and the body acting out and the emotions acting out, or we're going to have the imbalance and be stuck in the frozen energies of the past and pains, right? We have to resolve that stuff, bring it to the violet flame, release it, work with it, and then our trust, our third chakra, we have got to be in trust. And this is the joy. If we can't do that, we can't lift into our heart, and we just won't go up there. And I know, like, we're all going through this. Like, I've had to, like, be very consciously aware, and we'll have to continue to be so. Breathe. Feel that solar plexus. Allow it to open. Breathe. Notice the beauty that's this planet. Notice the beauty that is you. This is the rising moment. Oh my goodness. And then in August, what? We have the Lions Gate coming up. It has been 2 years since we opened WWA on 2020, the Lions Gate, right? It has been a journey. It has been amazing. And it has been a lot. Have mercy on yourself and celebrate that you're here right now. You said you wanted to be here right now. You said you wanted to come along. I'm going to drop in the chat the website for shrinkara.com. YouTube might not publish that. So, hey, just type in Shri and Kira, SRIANDKIRA.com. Go get the up level calendar so you can check out what's happening and what's coming. Go register for sure for Thursday, the 28th. Check it out, all the free resources there. I can't share enough. Like, my life changed the moment I started to explore everything that Shrinkara had to offer. They have so much that's free, so much that you can do, and so much that's extremely affordable. I mean, the mission and the temple of self-ascension really invites us to go places we never have gone before, and we always do offer things from an open heart, and that when there's an energy exchange, I feel it's always an extremely insane value for what we offer it at, but that the energy exchange is important. It's part of how we continue our mission and serve our projects. But there's so many courses, there's so many tools, there's just so much there, and like I said, there's a ton you can go and explore. So I always recommend that to be a starting place, for folks if they don't know exactly where to start. And, just remembering that this moment is, beyond something that we could have conceived of even a year ago. None of us knew we were going to be here. None of us knew we were going to be um, experiencing exactly everything that we are gonna be experiencing now. We had no clue, but we have been preparing. If you are to, like, look at what's happened in your life since 8/8/2020, what has happened in your life since then? Like, really take a moment and take stock, and you'll start putting it together and go, "Oh my gosh, like, all these things that were happening that were preparing me in so many ways," that it was like it was like our soul, of course, was guiding us and knew what we would need. So take some time. It's a very good practice to grab a cup of tea, grab your journal, and just kind of like reflect on where you have been and everything that's happened these last 2 years. And I mean, then even look at this year alone since January, what's happened, right? Because it might feel like everything's chaotic, but it's like everything that's coming forward right now. Like, think about Jupiter being retrograde, the apparition of Jupiter happening with this new moon portal. The new moons are carrying an important portal energy, and it's an illuminated new moon. It's very much like a full moon moment with a new moon. And the fact that Jupiter is here coming into retrograde, that's not like when we think of Mercury and there's communication and things. And Mercury retrogrades are amazing anyways, but they get like a weird rap. But Jupiter is all about our abundance. It is all about our fortune. It's going to have a magnifying effect. We're already very in this. We've been in this, swimming in it this month. It's like a 4-month retrograde moment. So it's you're gonna have a lot of moments, and it really is like this moment of, what are your goals? What are you pursuing? What are you exploring, right? It is about carrying your vision and looking at what it is you're creating, and what it is that you're calling forward for you in your life. And it's it's like putting together the ultimate recipe right now for your success. What ingredients do you need? Where's the joy sprinkles come in? What are the things that bring you the most joy? What's your body needing? What is your emotional body needing? Right? What's the mental body needing? And what is it that you believe is possible for you in your life and the world? And sprinkling all of that in and stirring that soup. It's like we're going to be like continually nurturing this, and at the same time you're going to be taking tastes of it. It's like, ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's good. And like, what if I add a little of this ingredient or that ingredient? Because you're going to be getting tastes of what you're manifesting during all of this powerful time, over these next 4 months and beyond. You're going to be getting, the instantaneous manifestation is going to happen. Those flavors are going to be melding together. You're going to be experiencing miracles in motion, and it's going to all become this incredible feast that is going to be unbelievable. Once it's all had its time to really simmer, the miracles will just get bigger and more incredible. And it really is, it's about like having fun. It is about getting, you know rid of those heavy emotions. It's, Jupiter's really, it's coming and it's moving through, the sky. Like, it feels like it goes backwards, right? And it goes through signs like Aries, and it goes through Pisces, so there's this um childlike kind of play that comes forward, this have a good time. So the joy that we've been talking about is so important to this time, and it is a very internal process. It is about really spending that time with getting after the big picture. Like we talked about, what is it you're visioning and holding? Goals, like what do you want to accomplish or get done? Put it to paper. It's about harnessing your own mastery, wisdom. Tap in. Don't come from your ego and what it wants. Come from what that presence within you. Bring your hand to heart. Take a breath. It really is about tapping into your inner wisdom and allowing that to be your guide. Don't get too mental. Get into your heart space. You know, um, Yeah, I'm just tapping in. It's like the heart of the matter. The heart of the matter is you being the miracle that you are. It's you really finally claiming, like, I deserve because I was born. This is my moment. If there was any moment to just cast off, the past is just the past, and come alive and be who you really are, and offer your love, everything that you ever were. It's like right now, everything is lined up to support that. But at the same time, there is so much that would seek to stop us. So have mercy on yourself when you catch it. And it is the practice of witnessing, lifting into the fifth. Go to Shrink Here and read the most recent installment that is right on the homepage. Read that and spend time with that. Go ahead and look at this last Sunday's show, and be there on Thursday, be there on Thursday, be there on Thursday. Get to shrinkhere.com and register as little as $1. If you already registered, you're good. If you registered on the 13th, if you did not, you're going to get the recording from the 13th to be with, and be there with us on the 28th and get that recording. This is that time where it's like, serve you, serve the world, take care of you, and through that take care of the world. We are miracle makers. The sea of neutrality is ours to command. Commanding the light was this whole entire month. You still have a few days left to really steep in that. Command your light. Command the light and witness. Lift into the fifth dimension and compassion for yourself. Lift into the seventh dimension of non-judgment. If you don't know how to do all that, tune into some past shows, watch Drink Care. We've been talking a lot about it, but like really, it's like close your eyes and just experience the lift from your heart and gaze at your beautiful body of form. You're already in the fifth. When you become aware of, yourself having the experience, you already are lifting into the fifth and witnessing. When you lift into the seventh, that's like you're like lifting up with your eyes closed and gazing at that beautiful fifth dimension that's holding the third and just holding presence. And that's where we don't have any attachments at all. And you're able to see with clarity. And it all begins with our heart. Everything begins with our heart. Everything begins with connecting with your essence, connecting with your beingness, connecting with your truth, and knowing what that is. Don't let anyone offer you a story that would have more power than the one that you know is true for you. There will be so many that would love to naysay or take you down or you know, keep you from lifting. There are so many that will say, stay in the victim triangle with us. Let's partner in pain. Let's talk about how bad things are. Let's worry. Let's stress. You know, break free of that. Every time you notice it is another notice and another uplift. But it's like just as everything is so here for us, your visions, your goals, the energy is working for you, but you've got to work with it and have mercy on yourself, love yourself, have fun with yourself. This is the time. What are your special gifts? What do you have in your vision for this world? Put some pen to paper, do some writing, work this energy, and let it work through you and with you. And I don't really like the word work, but go to task with this. Take the time to really be reflective of where this journey has, how everything has gotten you here, and where you're going. Map out, even if it changes, but map out your goals over these next 4 months of the whole year. Pay particular attention to August, September, October. Really congratulate yourself for being here now. Thank you. Thank you for being here now. I so love spending time with you. I look forward to being with you next Tuesday. We're here at noon Eastern Time every week at Soul Fusion Cafe. I'm Jess Gentinen. It has been incredible sharing time with you, and I look forward to being with you Thursday. Link is in the description, actually, right below, so you can register. All right. Much love. Many blessings to you all. You've been listening to Soul Fusion Cafe with Jess Gentinen. Connect with Jess and learn more at her inspiration hub, selfascensionstudios.com, and over on Instagram at JoyLoveJess and Soul Fusion Cafe Radio, or over at Facebook at Self-Ascension Studios and Soul Fusion Cafe Radio. Thank you for listening. See you next week. Namaste and many blessings.